I'm Ed Marsh, and this is Signals from the OP, my bi-weekly podcast video that explores important revenue growth issues for industrial manufacturers. If you like it, please hit the bell, subscribe, and share it with others. What do we mean by industrial marketing? How should an industrial manufacturer build and then execute an industrial marketing strategy? Let's break this down. First, what do we mean by industrial marketing? Well, your manufacturing marketing strategy should at least consider the following elements: strategy, product marketing, competitive marketing and intelligence, branding, content, PR, marketing and sales technology, data, marketing operations, sales enablement, analytics and reporting, trade shows, trade journal advertising, and partnerships. Now, I know that's a lot, especially for companies who have a very traditional program of marketing for manufacturing. Basically trade shows and journal ads, along with a typical industrial manufacturing website. But before you say, forget about it, that's way too much, what we're doing works okay, let's actually look at how you can gradually build a program. Building it doesn't have to be some kind of Sisyphean task. The program will naturally flow from your strategy, and it's critical that the strategy sincerely focus on helping prospects, buyers, and companies. If you do that, leads and revenue will be byproducts of doing it right, but industrial marketing that's built around leads as the outcome is increasingly ineffective as buyers become more savvy. I share a variety of actionable industrial marketing tips through the links below, but experience tells me that when companies just jump into a piece, for instance, marketing content, without the larger context, they tend to invest lots of time, energy, and money without generating results, and they get frustrated. So the takeaway, therefore, is that tactical execution matters. Let's just pick one tiny example, like on-page SEO of content that your team produces. You could put 90% of the required effort into researching, writing, publishing, distributing, and promoting content, and maybe get just 20% of the value. The strategy piece, understanding the topics and questions that your buyers have, and the execution piece of the on-page SEO make the difference. That last 10% of execution is critically important. Now, I'm not saying don't start until it's going to be perfect. We can't let great be the enemy of the good, as the saying goes. Definitely, just get started. But each tactic of each of these manufacturing marketing disciplines can be optimized. You have to understand it to build workflows, checklists, and processes to make sure that you extract the maximum value. I'd encourage you to think of your industrial marketing program and the collection of all these tactics as existing on a continuum. We could call it a maturity model or a rubric. In other words, we can identify a number of tactics under industrial PR, for instance. These could include media monitoring, subject matter expert placements, distribution of content, event appearances and speaking engagements for your leadership, and guest content. And each of those could be tracked across 4 stages of maturity, with several bullet points describing what success looks like for that tactic at each stage, maybe from foundational through developing to accomplished and on up to expert. The reality is a typical middle market industrial manufacturer may not be doing any of these components of a best practice industrial marketing strategy. Or maybe they're just doing a couple or doing some but part way. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you've got an opportunity, a huge opportunity, to leapfrog your competitors who aren't doing it well. Translating strategy to execution built on consistent, granular, repeatable detail is critical. At the same time, skipping the strategy and jumping into some tactics may feel like a more actionable approach, but it rarely results in success. The industrial marketing strategy will drive the activity structure, the priority, and the integration from which the execution details will flow. Ad hoc activities are resource consuming and generate little measurable value. I'm Ed Marsh. If you found value in this episode of Signals from the OP, check out the full playlist and, like it, share it, and subscribe either to my YouTube channel, edmarshspeaks.tv, or at the related blog, signalsfromtheop.com.